Hi everyone, my name's Ivory. Welcome to Card Making Project 616. Time sure is ticking on this year. Now in today's project we're going to make what will probably look like a very complicated card, but when you've seen it broken down into the elements you'll realise it's not a complicated card. And you know, I think you're going to like this. I know you like the Ivory and Ivory cards, and this is no exception. I think it's suitable for a host of occasions. I'm using it for a wedding card. However, you could soon turn it into a birthday card or anniversary card, and we're going to do a couple of things that are different with one of our Anna Griffin products. So I'm going to run through the items that we're going to use. You can find them on my blog in a list as well, so be sure to check it out. There's extra photos on there too. So without further ado, let's see what we use to make this card. I'm going to be starting, well, not starting so much, but I'm going to be using the Vintage Frames Sentiment Stamp and Dies. I'm going to be using this particular stamp here and the coordinating die. And then I'm also going to be using the, I think it's the Just For You stamp. And then a completely different circle die, which is just a circle from a set of nesting dies. I just wanted it as a circle. So there we go. So those are the stamps. Pop those back in there so I keep everything together and tidy and know where I am with things. Then we're going to be using the Anna Griffin Card Making Compendium set of dies. Now, if you don't have these, you can easily substitute it with, because I'm sure a lot of you have got nesting dies in different shapes. But we're going to be using the, I don't know what the official name for these are. They're like a ticket corner punch rectangle. We're going to be using those, and we're going to build a front of the card with them. You'll see what I mean when we get there. These are the centres. Don't throw these away, because you know what? They're going to make great inserts or tags or fronts of cards. So they're not waste. You can always use those for something else. Now, one more thing that we're going to use, and this is what we're going to use in a different way. These are the Anna Griffin lace border stickers. And what happens is you get the sticker and the base of the sticker, and you then can add the flowers over the top of the previous layer, if I get it the right way around, and build up a 3D sticker. Now, in actual fact, we're just going to use the flower layer rather than make them into the 3D sticker. So it's just something a little bit different to use your stickers with, because you get loads and loads and loads of them. So it's nice just to do something a bit different. So we're going to take our base card. Now this is a 7x5 inch card, my favourite size, in Ivory, and I've already stamped the back with my Handmade by label stamp. I've added my name, I've added the tutorial number, just to keep me in line, and I'm going to use my bone folder from the Anna Griffin tool collection just to make sure I've got a nice sharp crease along one side. So for the inside of this card, I'm going to start with a base layer of gold cardstock. And now you're all thinking, well, that's not cut out very well, Anne-Marie. You know, have you had something go wrong? You know, what are you doing? It's not your normal professional standard. Well, we're being frugal with this, and I thought what better way to be frugal than to save the centre of this piece of cardstock. Because you know what, I run low as well on things. So I thought, easiest thing to do, cut the centre out, be frugal, because I don't need it in there. And I can add the layer. So I've cut this to approximately 4.6 by 6.6 inches to create a nice inside layer for the inside, if you know what I mean. Now my next layer is the largest of the inside pieces that we die cut for the front, if that makes sense. One of our layers for the front is this, and this would be classed as the waist really, because it's this we're going to use. So I'm using this for my insert. I've got flat double-sided tape on the back, so I can peel that away. Now this will sit nicely over the centre of the section of gold cardstock that we've been frugal with. Love that word, frugal. So we can press that down like that, and now you would never know. And we're going to add a little bit of embellishment to this. So I've taken some of the flowers from the lace borders, I've trimmed away the greenery, and I've simply got the flowers. Because the stickers, I can just peel the back of them away, and I'm going to add them just into the corners of the card. So I can peel the back of all of them away, like so. And the third one, there we go, and the last one, there we go. Then, where I've used the vintage stamps and die set, I've stamped using gold heat embossing powder, and actually it was a perfect medium ink pad. I've die cut it with the appropriate die from the collection, and I'm simply going to add that, I think nearly central, not spot on central, just nearly. And then I've used the Just For You stamp and a circle die just for the sentiment. So we've got a nice amount of room for a message, not too much, not too little. It makes it look as though you've made such a great effort, and obviously you have. But you see how it comes together so quickly, and it's just such an easy insert. The vintage stamps and dies do play a big part. I think they're beautiful, and I love the lace border stickers because they're so versatile. So that's the inside, and that's going to match perfectly to the outside of our card. Now I'm going to use my bone folder just to make sure the crease is nice and sharp. Now this is where I think the magic is going to happen. I'm going to show you our layers because I want you to get an idea of what I've done. They're the first two, and then I've die cut another two. I'm showing them upside down with the foam pads on because if I showed them that way they'd stick to the desk. I've taken 4 pieces of ivory cardstock, 7 by 5 inches in size, and I've die cut 4 of the actual dies from the Cardmaking compendium set. You know, the ones with the kind of ticket punched edge. So I've cut 4 of them out. I centralised the first die first, which was this one, the smallest, and then I worked my way outwards with the dies onto each piece of cardstock. So the first one that we're going to add to our card, we're not going to add anything to the background, we're just going to add this to the front of our card. Quite easy. 3D foam on the back. Then we're going to add the second one. Again, 7 by 5 inches of the ivory cardstock with the die cut in the centre, 3D foam on the back. We're going to marry up the edges, and that's layer number 2. Layer number 3, again, the 7 by 5 inch cardstock, and then the die, 3D foam on the back. And again, we're going to marry up corner to corner and marry up the edges. There we go. And then the last layer, again, the 7 by 5 inch cardstock. This was the largest of the dies, and we've used the centre for the inside. And again, 3D foam on the back of it. Marry it up to create that shadow layer. Pyramage. I think it's pyramid. No, it's tunnelage or something. And how cool does that look already? Now, I think that looks as though you've taken a great deal of time and trouble over that. And I know we're not even finished yet, but all you've done is die cut 4 pieces of cardstock. And that is one of the fanciest edges. So next, we're going to add one of our mini flourish stickers from set 2 in gold. And instead of using it as a sticker, I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm going to add that in the centre of our card, like that. And then I'm doing all the sentiment first, because that's all in the middle. I've taken one of the mini sentiment stickers from the mini flower and sentiment sticker collection, and I've actually got 3D foam on the back of it. I've taken the background of the sticker away, and I've just got the actual sentiment. So if you don't have that, you'd be able to use many of your stamps. I've taken 2 of the flowers from the lace border stickers, and I've got 3D foam on the back, and I'm simply going to add those to either side of our sentiment, like that. Okay, now we're going to decorate our edges. I've taken 4 of the corner stickers from the foil flourish kit, and again, this is in the gold, and we're just adding them to the corners of the card. Now I'm turning my card just so that I can see it. Obviously when you're working on it, you can look at it a little bit different to the angle I get to see. So this is our last one, and I'm just popping that corner on there. So you can kind of see how it's coming together now. I've taken 4 of the flowers from the border stickers again that I've cut down from one strip. I've got 3D foam on the back of them, and I'm simply going to position them in the corners over the gold flourish stickers. Again, I'm just turning that round. So they simply just sit on top of the stickers like that. And then to finish the card off, I've got 2 ivory bows that I'm just going to add at either side of the centre like that. There we go, just at either side of that centre flourish sticker. There we go. Press those down, and that is our card finished. And I think that is just so pretty. You could add extra pearls, a few sequins, but it doesn't really need it. It is just the most beautiful wedding card. And as I say, it could be turned into any occasion. Those layers make it look so special, and it probably would, you know, want a bigger envelope. But you don't have to put as thick 3D foam on. It's just such a beautiful card. Stands up nicely, fit for any mantelpiece, and you could actually make it in so many different colourways. I always think Ivory and Ivory look so classy, and it's just a great combination because it kind of makes you think without thinking, because you know different tones of ivory will work together, and with the Anna Griffin flowers and the dyes, it just all works. Great combination. Please check my blog for the extra photos and the item list that we've used. Give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Share with your crafty friends. That would be great, actually, if you could do that. I really do appreciate you watching, and I would just like to say thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time.